Hello, my fellow griefers and trolls. Eric the Plague Doctor, 981YT here, or as I'm known on Twitch, Plague Doctor 98TTV. And beekos, welcome back to more Elder Scrolls Online, my favorite multiplayer game of all time. So, the last one was a bit of a short video, because we had a line all the way up from this door down those fucking stairs. It was actually crazy, but we now have the ability to do this, because it is 6:35 in the morning. Let's quick pick this.
Now let's get in there.
Oh god.
Meet you at the larder door. Just avoid the sentries. We don't want to kill anyone.
Oh, it's a maze. God, I'm glad that I didn't wait in line yesterday. Can you imagine what a clusterfuck this place would be?
Who locks a servant's store anyway? Never mind. Got it. So fast. Excellent. No servants in sight. Time to... Wait! Get down!
Bridget says the Major Domo has one key to the strong room. The other's in Iveri's nightstand.
I'll get it. His room's in the North Hall, right? Any valuables I pass along the way, I'm helping myself.
Whatever. Bridget said what's in the strong room is all that matters. So let's get that key.
Coldane Cartel thugs? What are they doing here? We need to rethink things.
Yes, we do, Quinn. Now, I am kind of liking this a bit more. This is already off to a bit of a better start than it initially, the original. And I'm going to be comparing this to the Hughesbane Thieves Guild a lot, but that's just because, like, I really hated that. And, I mean, this so far seems like an improvement.
I wasn't expecting to find the Coldane Cartel prowling the estate. Oh, Basil said Lord Iveri had a new buyer, but I didn't think it would be these ruffians. I can't believe they're after the Codex too.
Also, Quinn does feel a lot less annoying in this. Like, she's either gotten character development or they, like, sort of roughed out the edges a little bit. She seems a bit more serious and less, she was also kind of serious in Hughesbane, but, like, she seems better. I don't quite know how to put into the words just yet, but she seems better.
One and the same. They claim to be a mercantile guild, but they're just violent thugs bent on dominating High Rock's criminal underworld. The thieves we're helping are the only ones still willing to stand up to the cartel.
Oh, they seem like they, are an actual thieves guild, though. Well, to be fair, you weren't really ruffians and thugs in the Thieves Guild in, Oblivion and Skyrim. I mean, you kind of were. There was a couple missions where you got paid to go intimidate people, but, like, for the most part, you were pretty chill.
Doesn't matter. They're after the keys to the strong room. We need to get them first. I'll find the Major Domo's key. You get the one in the Lord's bedchamber. We'll meet at the strong room, which the map indicates is upstairs by the banquet hall.
Okay, I would go with the flirty option if she wasn't a woman, because I'm gay. So I love the flirty options. They're the messages that you get from them are really funny. Oh, when I do this on one of my, I have 2 female characters. When I do this on one of my female characters, I'll go with the flirty option then and see what she reacts. It's probably funny. All right. Anyway, if these cartel thugs are as bad as you say, let's just kill any of them that get in our way.
Don't even jest. The cartel has a way of sniffing out anyone who crosses them. I'd rather let them take the codex and just steal it back from them later. Kill a Coldane thug or one of Lord Iveri's sentries only if you have no other choice. Get the key from the bedchamber, then meet me by the banquet hall upstairs.
So that's a bit more in line with the Thieves Guild, because the Thieves Guild had a very non-violent approach to a lot of things. Well, not necessarily non-violent, it was... it was more so, don't kill anybody. Now, this stealth build is working out great for this mission. Oh my god, that is cool. I just disappear into the ether. I'm like not even there. That is funny. That is really cool. I like that a lot. Yeah, this is... It's above. Let's try to hide in one of the flower pots next and see where that goes. Anyway, back into the curtains. Okay, what's it look? Dust goes everywhere. That's cool. That's cool.
Mother Mara, I hope my husband knows what he's doing. Coldane's brutes are simply awful.
I will not tolerate bloodshed!
Did she somehow spot me? Dear Lord Yaveri, I am pleased to report that the heirloom key your courier delivered is now secured in the private vault of the Bank of Daggerfall. You can retrieve it whenever you like. I should also note that your safe boxes hold several debt bond letters of significant value. I know of several wealthy clients who are very interested in obtaining such instruments and would happily buy that debt from you. It may be more convenient than collecting those debts yourself. Please let me know if you would like me to facilitate a meeting. Sincerely, Angier Stower, Manager, Bank of Daggerfall.
There you are. Come on, it's this way. Two locks. Clever. We need to turn our keys at the same time. As the Bretons say, voila! Look
Voila.
for the codex. And anything else that catches your eye. I want to make sure that's all we need. That looks intriguing. Hang on to it so we can show Basil later. You found the codex? Great! That's everything. Let's talk. You found the Codex Vornet and an amulet? Prowler's Talisman. Name's engraved right on it. Not sure what this Prowler's Talisman does, but maybe Basil has some idea. I did find papers related to the Codex, though.
I found a letter in Lord Yeveri's bedroom. It mentioned an heirloom in the Daggerfall Bank, a key.
An heirloom that's a key? Interesting. And why is Lord Yeveri keeping it in the bank instead of this strong room? Looking at the Codex, I can't read a word of it. I hope Basil can help us decipher it.
Decipher it? Is the Codex Vornet written in some sort of code?
Lord Yeveri couldn't read a word of the Codex either. In the notes I found, he speculated that it's magically encrypted. He planned to ask the Mages Guild about some new research that might help decipher. Time to go.
Oh, I didn't
Here,
mean to skip
let
her
me have
dialogue.
the Codex. You did a good job staying out of sight, but those cartel thugs we saw could arrive at any moment. Let's take a different route out of the estate. The map shows a side passage leading from this room. We should be able to stay out of sight, but mind your step anyway. You may have noticed, Lord Yeveri has several valuable pieces on display. Feel free to grab something on the way out. This way. I don't want those cartel thugs to find us here. Excellent. The passage should keep us hidden from...
I'll be damned if I'm going to give Coldane the Codex now. I'm done with your cartel.
Let's see what's going on.
Now, Lord Yeveri. The cartel's here to protect you. No need to get angry.
My estate is crawling with your thugs. Someone stole a key from my major domo. We're finished here.
No one walks away from a deal with Gavin Coldane and lives, my lord.
Damn.
The cartel's not playing around. Time for us to leave. Meet me at the Thieves' Den in the Daggerfall Outlaws' Refuge. Oh, I can't leave this. But we need to go. Grab anything not bolted down and run for it before they catch us.
Lord Iveri should have hired better guards.
Bridget said no Every survivors. Kill them all.
Tell anybody we were here.
Ooh, okay. Alright, well, I guess we just gotta see if we can kill, this guy with this build that I'm wearing. I doubt it, but let's find out.
Stuck your nose where it don't belong, snake. Let me introduce you to my ally. Pay for this. The cartel will see to that.
That was an exit. Quen said you might come this way. Keep going, Cutter. I'll make sure you aren't followed. Quinn's waiting for you back at the Thieves' Den. You'll find it in the Outlaws' Refuge. If you don't know your way around Daggerfall, there's an entrance just outside the city's east gate.
What are you doing here, Nevo?
Quen asked me to watch the estate. Make sure you made a clean escape and misdirect any pursuit away from the Thieves' Den. You'll be happy to know you're halfway to Rivenspire already. What was all that racket inside?
The Coldane's cartel is in there. They killed Lord Iveri. Quinn said it was time to go.
The cartel? Those thugs are nothing but trouble. How much you want to wager they're already blaming some bloody-handed housebreakers for the Lord's death? Get to the Thieves' Den and stay out of sight. I'll cover your tracks.
Alright. I really hope this isn't a case of another NPC turning evil on us, because, like, I like Skeevo in this.
Hail and all that.
You won't get a... hi. Now that I found you, I hate to let you go. Farewell.
The Codex Fournet. I knew Father's inquiries would pay off.
All I see are pages covered in gibberish. What good is a book we can't read?
Edwayne's using his head for once. Old stories don't fill my coin purse. We need to take down the cartel.
I'm telling you, this changes everything. Ah, Gwen's accomplice is back. Might I have a word? Ah, Gwen's new acquisition. You've been in places you were not supposed to go. And you've seen some things you were not supposed to see. All the hallmarks of a perfect thief.
Were you watching me?
A simple precaution, you must understand. As I only just met you, and I'm still evaluating Quen, it only seemed prudent. Now that I'm retired, I do my best to find ways to be useful.
Is this guy just gonna be a clone of Velsa? Because, like, her whole shtick in Hugh's Bane was that she was retired too.
Not much more than you already picked up. It won't take the cartel long to figure out that someone got away with the Codex Fornet while they were settling things with Lord Iveri. Now, Quen says you found an amulet. May I see it? Why, this is the Prowler's Talisman. There's a story about a thief who found this in the Nowhere Vault, but what became of it remained a mystery. Well, until now. Hang on to it, friend. It could prove useful, if the stories are to be believed.
How is it useful?
It's said to aid thieves in some way, and that it can be made more powerful. I know someone who specializes in such trinkets. I'll send for them, and they can tell us more. I have no idea how Iveri got his hands on it, but it's yours now.
Well, we've got the Codex. If we can figure out how to use it. Let's talk, partner. Welcome to our Thieves' Den, partner. I filled the Daggerfall gang leaders in on our work at the estate, and the trouble with the Coldane cartel. As expected, none of us are happy to learn that they're interested in the Codex too. Indeed, good thieves, all of them. But they still don't completely trust each other, and they aren't totally sure about me. I'll introduce you to them soon enough. What happened after we split up? You and I have very different ideas about fun, partner. If I'm ever forced to draw my weapon, then something has gone terribly wrong. And going toe-to-toe with those Coldane cartel brutes? No thank you. How did you get away from them, by the way? After the cartel murdered Lord Iveri, it was clear they weren't going to be reasonable. I doubt they gave you a choice, but that's the life of a thief. Sometimes the unexpected gets in the way of the best plans. Were you able to grab any loot? Excellent! That should help confuse anyone trying to determine our true objective at the estate. Give me what you got, and I'll deal with the fence. Don't worry, you'll get your cut. This partnership is off to a great start. Exactly! You and me, two outsiders, working to turn 3 rival gangs into a proper thieves guild? Retrieving the Codex Fornet was just the first step in my plan. And we did it right under the nose of the Coldane cartel. Good work, partner. The threat of the Coldane cartel forced the Daggerfall gangs together, but it's a brittle alliance. To convince them to form a proper thieves guild, we stole the Codex Fornet. But before we can see where it leads, we have a puzzle to solve.
A puzzle?
3 puzzles, in fact. What research did Lord Iveri want from the Mages Guild? Is that our only way to decipher the Codex? And how does the key stored in the Bank of Daggerfall fit in? Add to that the Coldane cartel, and it's a lot to deal with.
So what do you propose?
Talk to the gang leaders, Celine, Edwayne, and Abrasia. Engage them with tasks to invest them in our puzzles. They don't trust each other, and they don't trust me. But you're new. Iveri Estate showed me you have potential. What do you say? To find the Nowhere Vault, we need to decipher the Codex. So, get Edwayne to help with the Mages Guild, Celine to assist at the bank, and Abrasia to figure out the cartel's role in all this. Also, I brought in job brokers, in case you want more to do.
Which takes precedence, the bank, the guild, or the cartel?
I leave that to you. Abrasia can be impatient, so I wouldn't keep her waiting too long. On the other hand, we don't know much about the research Lord Iveri wanted from the Mages Guild. It could be another book, or a visiting scholar about to leave.
And what about the bank?
Things can sit in a bank forever. Still, Lord Iveri's heirs now own this key or heirloom he left in the bank. If the Coldane cartel gets to them, we might lose it. All 3 jobs seem urgent to me, so pick one to start and do your best.
Can you tell me more about the gang leaders?
They don't agree on anything. Oh, Edwayne and Celine agree Abrasia is a violent thug, while Abrasia and Edwayne see Celine as a spoiled dilettante. But that's not very helpful for finding common ground. Which leader do you want to ask about? Don't let the fine clothes and graceful manners fool you. Celine is a very capable burglar. She studies her marks with care, devising clever ways to slip into a noble's vault or mingle with wealthy guests. No one ever realizes she's a thief.
Don't burglars usually work alone?
It's true that Edwayne and Abrasia lead larger gangs, but Basil, and now Celine, have built House Menant into an efficient criminal operation nestled within Daggerfall's elite society. They're experts at retrieving high-value hauls.
What about Abrasia?
Abrasia's a wild one. She's a notorious highway robber who leads a gang called the Roadsworn. They plunder caravans and raid trading posts, taking what they want at sword point. It's reckless, but Abrasia makes it seem romantic.
So Abrasia's not too worried about hurting people?
Abrasia doesn't bother to steal from the common folk, and she doesn't hurt anyone who isn't trying to hurt her. But yes, she's left plenty of caravan guards dead in the road. Abrasia laughs at danger and lives loud. Her Roadsworn love her for it. Abrasia and her Roadsworn were the first gang to attract the attention of the Coldane cartel. Most likely because of her interest in caravans and trading posts. She's hurt the cartel's legitimate mercantile businesses, such as they are. Edwayne grew up as a pickpocket on the streets, stealing to survive. Many gutter snipes don't get far in life, but Edwayne made lots of friends and learned to use his wits. He's clever, cautious, and popular with the common folk. Many of them see Edwayne and his street hawks as protectors. They guard the streets from more violent criminals, and take care not to steal more than people can bear to lose. Edwayne's not only a skilled thief, he has eyes and ears everywhere.
Is there any leader you like best?
I have no preference. Basil reached out and I'm just here to help. That's why I want to see how they cooperate when given a common goal. They need to decide for themselves which vision is ultimately best for their guild. That's not up to me. Certainly. The tip board here features quick jobs such as pickpocketing or safe box pilfering in various locations. They turn over fast, so you should see something different there every day. Up above, you'll find Heist Master Farandar. He oversees risky, time-sensitive jobs that offer high rewards. Or you could check the reacquisition board in the next room. Jocelyn Media is always looking for help recovering lost property.
Okay. I just got a whole fucking mythic as a reward.
That is insane. While Battle Spirit is inactive, bracing while crouching turns you invisible for 10 seconds. This can occur once every 45 seconds. Increases your chance of successfully pickpocketing by 5%. Wow. That's interesting.
Quen's onto something, daughter. The Nowhere Vault is exactly the job this Thieves Guild needs.
We're hardly a thieves guild, Father. At least not yet. But I agree. The Nowhere Vault is too tempting a target to ignore. Ah, Quen's partner. Truly a pleasure. I understand you already met my father, Basil. Is there something I or House Menant can help you with?
Lord Avery sent a valuable old key to the bank before the cartel visited. Some debt bonds, too.
Indeed. One wonders if Lord Iveri sent this key to the bank specifically so the Coldane cartel wouldn't find it in his manor when they came to call. If so, we should stroll over and retrieve it. You can go anywhere you like if you appear to belong there, and perhaps arrange a distraction. A keen ear for gossip, some light words, or a little kindness to the right people can take you far. Of course, somnol powder helps.
Somnol powder?
Here, a packet of somnol powder. Toss it near an inconvenient guard or nosy witness, and they briefly fall asleep on their feet. Very useful for slipping by someone without fuss or bloodshed. Do you want me to give you a demonstration? See the dummy there? Try tossing the powder at its feet. Excellent! I'd say you've got the hang of it. As you can see, throwing a packet of somnol powder is easier than tossing a dagger, and far less bloody. No permanent injuries. We may find it useful for our work at the bank today. Certainly. You'll learn to determine when somnol powder will be useful. I hear vendors in the Thieves' Den plan to sell it soon, but I'll replenish your stock as needed when we meet at the bank. Remember, we want to avoid regrettable occurrences,
I couldn't help over here. It's one of my talents. I'm not sure if I'll ever see eye to eye with the Menants or the Roadsworn, but that's not on you. I am interested in what Quinn was saying about research from the Mages Guild, though.
Lord Avery was interested in new research from the Mages Guild that could decipher the Codex.
Well, that certainly goes along with some information that recently came to my attention. I got word that a Telvanni emissary arrived in Daggerfall with papers to add to the Guild's archives. Papers about Sage Burnett. Intriguing, isn't it?
And you just happened to hear about this how?
Hasn't Quinn told you? I have friends all over this town. No one looks twice at beggars or street sweepers, yet they see and hear everything. And mages do like to talk. But stealing from the Mages Guild Hall can be tricky. They have magic, you know.
This feels very much more in line with the Thieves Guild I know and love.
Simple. We pickpocket it. It's easier to lift a parcel from whoever's carrying it before Master Gaillard locks it up in the archives. Let me know when you're ready, or if there's something you need to do first. I'll meet you at the Mages Guild.
Okay, out above. Okay, there's the way up.
So, you got into it with the Coldane cartel? Huh, about time somebody did. They're going to kill us all if we don't do something about them. Which is the only reason I'm even talking to the Menants and the Street Hawks. What happened on Quinn's job?
We got the Codex, but the cartel killed Lord Iveri. We need to know their role in all this.
Obviously, they somehow got word we were after the Nowhere Vault and decided to swoop in. But Quinn's right. We need more information. And I know where to begin. The Red Rook bandits at Ilisan Tower. We can dig up some answers there. The Red Rooks work for the cartel. Besides, Coldane hides his criminal activity so the cartel appears legitimate. Mercenaries and vassal gangs do all the dirty work. Around Daggerfall, that's the Red Rooks and their chief Dremic. My road sworn have taken the brunt of the cartel's abuse, and some of them are former Red Rooks. Coldane sends written orders to Dremic, so we go pay him a visit. Or, meet me in the dungeon under the tower if you have something else to do first. Simple. We slip inside the Red Rook camp, make our way to Dremic's quarters, and grab any Coldane cartel orders or documents we find there. Then, we slip out, maybe leaving a surprise or two behind. You ready to go?
I like her so far. I'm ready to find out more about what the Coldane cartel is planning.
Good. Meet me in the dungeon underneath Ilisan Tower. The place is crawling with Red Rooks looking to make a name for themselves by capturing rival outlaws like you and me. So we'll need to move fast and be stealthy. But mostly fast. Watch out you don't get stabbed on your way to Ilisan Tower.
Is Ilisan Tower a delve? It is a delve. Okay. I thought the name sounded familiar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't listen to him.
There we go, there's my damage. Let's get Sharp as Night out.
Ready to move out.
You made it. Let's talk about the plan. Welcome to Ilisan Tower's dungeon. If someone tried to stab you on the way in, that's normal. This place has been a Red Rook hideout for as long as anyone can remember. I've had a scrap or two here myself. Ready to cause some trouble?
What kind of trouble are you thinking?
This door leads to the lower dungeon. We go in and make our way to Dremic's quarters. Up some stairs in the eastern passage. Grab any cartel correspondence we find. Gavin Couldane loves telling pissants like Dremic what to do, in writing.
Anything else?
Here, I wrote some fake notes for Dremic's Red Rook rivals. Hints of mutiny to sow a little chaos. Plant these in likely spots. I could do it myself, but I'm giving you a chance to impress me. And I expect you to move fast.
I do like her. I do like her. Now this is like classic rogue archetype. Also, she just is enjoying sowing chaos. I like her. She's probably my favorite so far.
On jobs like this, the goal is to grab as much loot, or in this case, plant as many notes as possible before people catch on. Each time someone spots you, time gets shorter. So don't get spotted, outlaw.
Maybe we're gonna need the stealth build. Maybe I misjudged.
Let the blood down.
Here's your test. Time's
Ready to
running
move out.
You don't fail if you take too long, but I'll be disappointed. You walked right into that one, didn't you? That note should start some trouble. 2 more to go. Maybe try watching where you're going to put your feet next time. One more note to plant. Don't disappoint me now.
I keep my blade sharp. Can't cut a purse with a dull
Dremic! You're the best the Red Rook's got? Ooh, I'm shaking in my boots. That's it. Grab the correspondence and meet me outside.
A whole stack? Very nice.
You walked right into that one, didn't you? Those notes ought to ruffle some feathers. Let's go. Meet me outside the city gate.
Okay, we are in the clear.
Let's just do
I love
what
the
we
sound
came
of
here
a ruckus,
for.
but not bad, Outlaw. You got the job done, and you didn't get either of us captured or killed. You might just work out. Now, let's have a look at that cartel correspondence you picked up. What do you make of it?
Kuldane is definitely after the Nowhere Vault, and he knows the Daggerfall gangs are after it too.
Ah, damn it. The cartel was a problem before, but this puts us in direct competition. Kuldane writes that one of his chiefs got picked up by the Lion Guard. Huh, this Cogwin might be worth looking into. Anyway, want to know how you did on my test?
Oh, please, please. Tell me I passed with flying colors and you're so proud of me.
Ha ha. I was going to say you did pretty good, at least until you decided to be a wise arse. It isn't easy to be both fast and stealthy, but there's nothing like the thrill of a job well done. Where are you off to next?
I've got an appointment at the Mages Guild. Me and Ed Wayne need to steal some research.
Thought so. You and Quen were talking about that when you got back from the Avery estate. Well, have fun. Edwaine's got the lightest fingers in Daggerfall, but you'll die of old age waiting for him to decide if a job's worth the risk.
I'll see you back at the den.
Walk proud, Outlaw. I don't understand how Quen thinks she can make a sharp guild of dull knives like Edwayne and Celine, but she knew what she was doing when she picked you to help us.
Yeah. What is your problem with the other gang leaders anyway?
We were literally rivals yesterday, and today we're trying to work together? It's not natural. And I don't know if this is the best fit for me or my road sworn. But to answer your question, Edwayne and Celine are soft. They lack, ambition.
Ambition?
Nerve, daring, swagger, call it what you will. With the Street Hawks, the Menants, I guess, and my road sworn together, we could be the lords of High Rock. Take what we want and spit in the world's eye. That would be my kind of guild. Just that my idea of a guild and what the other gang leaders think, I'm not sure they line up. And Quen, we're just supposed to trust a thief we don't know from a place I've never been to? No, there are too many unanswered questions for my liking.
How did you become a thief?
That's a pretty personal question, Outlaw. I don't know if you've earned an honest answer from me yet. Let's just say I had a rough start. I learned early on that no one was going to give me anything. I'd have to take it. I don't give it a second thought. I go where I want. I drink and laugh and carouse when I feel like it, and I bend the knee to no one. Not Kuldane, not some king or emperor. No one. The world owes me. Until the day I die, I'm going to make it pay.
Rebel.
Yeah, ready to ride.
Right here, friend. I've been waiting for you. This might be tricky. There are a lot of people around, and the city guards are on edge after Lord Iveri's murder. On the bright side, I've been watching for a bit, and I know what we need to do. Mostly.
What have you seen so far?
As I told you in the den, a Telvanni emissary arrived to present research papers to Master Guyard. The two of them are talking just up the path. We need to move them someplace where we can listen in. My friend here should be able to help.
The dog?
Carso is a great thief. Here, give him a treat and he'll provide a distraction. Some fake coins can do the same for bystanders too. Once we get our marks into position, We'll listen in. One of those mages should have the papers we want. Not sure. That's why we need to eavesdrop and find out who's carrying the notes. Pickpocketing requires observation and patience. I'll pull you out if things go awry, but I'm going to let you take the lead. I want to see how you handle it. Let's just take things one step at a time. First, we use distractions to maneuver those two mages over there into a place where we can listen in without them noticing. Think of it as staging a play. We need to place the actors so the scene goes just the way we want it to. Our tools are distraction and misdirection. First, we move that small crowd there. That's a job for Carso. I expect our mages to naturally distance themselves from the crowd, but we don't want them to go too far. We'll use those shiny coins to keep them from continuing down the street, and then I'll nudge them into just the right spot. Be my guest. If you can walk up on the two of them in the open like that, you're a better thief than I am. Otherwise, I advise patience. You'll make us both look like fools if you get caught with your hand in a pocket. There's a basket by the tree up the path. Let's get the mages closer to it so we can eavesdrop. Too many people around. But Carso can distract them.
I'm glad I ran into you. What are you wearing to the party?
Oh, hey there, fellow. You want to play?
If that drunkard obstructs the street, our mages should hesitate. Good. People
Maybe I could
avoid
keep
others
him.
making fools
What a
of themselves.
cute little dog.
See? Crowds love a merry dog.
Pick it
Now let's... All right, I'm on my way. Ooh, I don't feel so good. Just need a moment to catch my breath.
Let's find somewhere more private to speak.
Why is your mysterious patron interested in Sage Vornet anyway?
I never got the chance to ask. Lord Every was murdered during a burglary.
That's terrible. And ironic. The papers were sitting in a guild library for ages.
Rosen will find a place for them in our repository.
Did you find out what you needed to know? Then head into the guild hall. I couldn't quite make out what they were saying from here. Did they mention anything about the research notes we're supposed to steal?
Someone named Razine is going to put them in the guild repository.
Ah, Rosen is Guyard's assistant. She'll be downstairs in the restricted part of the guild hall. There probably won't be many people around. I once went down there with an initiate and, well, never mind.
So what now?
Head down to the guild repository and lift the research notes from Rosen. Try not to get caught, but I'll do what I can to provide some cover if you need it. I'll be waiting out front when you're done.
Is it true you saved those priceless relics from the worm cultists in Rule and Yuma's fall? Great gesture.
Dear, I'm always misplacing things.
You're back. Are we done here? No cries of outrage, no angry guards. Things must have gone well. I'd say you have a promising future in property redistribution. So what do we have there?
I got the research notes from the guild master's assistant.
No clue what this arcane dissertation is supposed to tell us about Quen's book, but I'm sure we'll find out soon enough. Anyway, looks like we got what we came for. I admit, I wasn't sure about you. Nice work. That won't be necessary. Just remember that it can be tricky working in public spaces like this. All it takes is one barking dog or sharp-eyed passerby, and suddenly the whole town is on you. So, what's next for you?
I'll go help Celine make a withdrawal from the bank.
Quen mentioned something about a special key in the bank when she got back from the estate job. I'm not surprised to hear Celine has an angle for that. Bank jobs are risky. Hope she knows what she's doing. I'll take these notes back to Quen. Not sure how they're going to help us read a book full of gibberish, but then again, I'm no mage. See you back at the Thieves' Den. Look, our gangs are too small to stand up to the Coldane cartel individually, so Basil convinced us there was safety in numbers, calling in Quen and proposing to form a thieves guild. As your very question suggests, none of us see eye to eye. Celine is a noble. She doesn't need to steal. This is all just an amusement to her. She never had to sneak an apple from a cart or bread from a basket to curb her hunger. I like Celine. I admire her father. But they should leave the thieving to us. That's simple. I don't trust her. Abrasia boasts about living free, but she's a bloody-handed robber with a short attention span. The moment she gets bored, someone gets hurt. I'll work with her if I must, but I won't turn my back on her. Not ever. Obviously, we're trying to work together, but it will never last. How can it? The Street Hawks and the Road Sworn are too different, and House Minot treats our livelihood as a game. Quen's intentions may be good, but trust needs to be earned.
How did you become a thief?
The same way 100 other orphans in the streets did, I suppose. I was hungry and needed something to eat. Still, I guess something my parents taught me before the flu took them stuck, because I always felt bad about stealing stuff. Whenever I could, I tried to balance the scales, do a small favor for someone if I couldn't pay, sweep up at closing, or keep the other street rats away. It taught me the value of making friends. I teach my Street Hawks to do the same. Good boy, Carso. Good boy. Now run home and stay out of trouble.
Interesting.
I fear the criminal Queneth remains at large, Lady Celine. But you can be sure I will find her. Good day.
Captain Sansone is very determined. Oh, over here, my dear. Quen's going to lead the law to our doorstep if she's not careful. Well, let's get to work. I chatted with the manager. Lord Iveri's key is in the vault below, while his debt bond contracts are in 2 safe boxes upstairs. We should retrieve both. We came here to get that key, assuming it has some connection to the Codex. But I think we should retrieve those debt bond contracts first. I leave that to you. My father and I will provide a distraction. Here, lockpicks for the safe boxes. To hold someone's debt puts you in a powerful position. Iveri's contract could blackmail or ruin a lot of people. I don't want the Coldane cartel to claim them. While you get the contracts, I'll see about getting us into the vault. I know of a hidden access in a disused passage below. Which reminds me, you need to avoid violence. Use the somnol powder I gave you if you run into trouble. Retrieve the contracts, then meet me downstairs. Now, be ready to make your move. Oh, Eliza! First that horrible tragedy at Iveri Estate, and now a criminal at large?
It's terrible. I'm glad Captain Sansone is looking into it personally.
Indeed. I have the utmost confidence in the Lion Guard.
Halt, intruder! You don't That's it! Halt, intruder! You don't belong here!
Watch your pockets.
Come, Lord Basil. Let's get you some fresh air.
Got you! Greetings. I'll be your bound death by justice, so that's your game.
That's it! Out with you! You don't belong here. That's it!
Halt,
Out with you!
Stay ready. Never know what else might be headed our way.
That's it! Out with you!
There you are. Let me open this locking mechanism. Almost got it. Ah! There's a spring I need to hold open. There. Get the key. And only the key, please. We don't want anyone to... Sorry. I had to let the door close behind you. Look around. Lordy Berry's key should stand out. I must go. Did I forget to mention that secret exit? Never quite found a need to use it until now.
Keeping secrets from your father? Good for you! I wondered why you told me to meet you here.
Isn't Father a wonderful actor? Just goes to prove that the simplest diversions work best. I assume you retrieved Lord Iveri's key and the debt bond contracts?
Here's the key and the stacks of debt bond
A
contracts.
rather curious-looking key. What door does it open? Perhaps the answer lies in the Codex Fornet, provided we can ever read it. Now, I confess I left both tasks in your hands to gauge your skill for myself. Did you run into any trouble? Dear gods, you're... Ah, yes, you're joking. You had me there for a moment. Thieves do better when they leave behind mysteries instead of corpses. Always leave the authorities wondering how the crime was done. Anyway, what's your next task? Good. I see why Quen was eager to involve you in her attempts to turn 3 troubled gangs into a guild. I imagine she's waiting for your report back in the thieves' den. I'd better keep this key safe for now. My father will take great pleasure in destroying those debt bond contracts, but this key is clearly worth keeping. I'm still unsure about working with the other gangs, but let's return to the thieves' den and see how Quen is faring with the Codex. Have you met Abrasia? That woman is the very embodiment of contrariness. Yet I understand she came from circumstances very different from my own. She has made something of herself, in her own way. I just think she could be more. Abrasia has the wits and ambition to succeed in anything she chooses to do. And Dwayne, too. They don't have to settle for being street thieves and robbers. My father obviously approves of this notion of forming a thieves' guild, but I'm not convinced. As an idea, nothing. As a reality, is the threat of the cartel enough to truly bind our 3 rival gangs together? And what do Quen and her superiors in Abaz Landing get out of all this? Until my suspicions are allayed, I remain skeptical.
I mean, she's got a point.
I should think the answer is obvious. I followed my father into the family business. There was a time when House Menant was on the verge of ruin. My grandfather gambled away his inheritance. My father had to find a way to get it back. While we are no longer impoverished, I have learned that with my particular skill set, I can do some good in this world. Return lost valuables to their proper owners. Rescue items of beauty from those who would hoard and hide them away.
So you steal as some sort of good deed?
Not always. Sometimes I pilfer a jewel that catches my eye. But I spend as much time finding lost treasures no one owns as I do stealing jewels from lords and merchants. And I steal from no one who doesn't deserve to part with a little wealth.
Not enough! Don't mess with me. Captain's breathing down my neck to collect. Have it your way!
About time we faced an actual challenge.
The Coldane cartel is a problem. We need to hit them first.
I'm not going to get Streethawks killed because you want to fight.
We're a step ahead of Coldane. Why engage when we can just let him chase us?
And hope the cartel goes away? That's as useless as fighting.
Quarreling is getting us nowhere. Our friend's back. I need a word, partner. Despite the argument you just witnessed, the gang leaders were impressed with your work out there. So far, you show all the signs of being an exemplary thief. We're lucky to have you. Now, I want your perspective. How did things go today?
Celine and I got the key, and Abrasia and I learned the cartel seeks the vault and knows we do too.
Celine was very proud of what happened at the bank. I have an idea about that key, but what you and Abrasia uncovered at Ilisan Tower, we need to talk to that Lion Guard prisoner. What about the research from the Mages Guild? It will take some time for me to go over the notes with Basil. He's the closest thing we have to an expert on Librarian Hennard and Sage Fournette. Hopefully, though, what we need is in that research.
You said you had an idea about the key. What does it unlock exactly?
Basil says that everything he's ever heard or read about the Nowhere Vault is that it requires special keys to open. Nowhere keys. I think this may be one of them. Hopefully, the Codex can tell us more. Now, one more thing, but we can't talk here. Let's step outside for a moment so we can speak privately, partner. The next chamber should do. We'll continue this there. There you are. Now that we have some privacy, let's talk. We made progress with the puzzles we set out to solve, and that's good. But I also wanted you to meet Celine, Abrasia, and Edwayne. To work with them and get a sense of who they are. So let's not overlook the most important task you accomplished today. You engaged all 3 gang leaders to work toward a common goal. And better yet, you won their trust with your skill and discretion. Thanks to you, we're finally on the path to forging the Daggerfall Thieves Guild. Here, your cut from today's take. You did everything I asked and...
Alright, well, I'd say that more than makes up for, not being able to do stuff yesterday because of the long line. But, let's, pick this up, maybe this afternoon or tomorrow. So until the next one, beekos, this has been Eric the Plague Doctor, 981YT, or as I'm known on Twitch, Plague Doctor 98TTV. And I'll see all of you guys in the next one. We'll see what's next on the docket for this Thieves Guild. And so far, I'm liking this Thieves Guild questline. I just want to make that clear. I am liking this a lot more than the bullshit in Hughesbane. But, that's enough of that. Until the next one, bye!